Good morning, Ken Jacob here from Ray White Tugan Eleonora, welcoming you to one of the most incredible pieces of land available on the Gold Coast. This is 53 acres on Syndicate Road, Tallebudgera Valley. We're only 10 minutes from Burleigh Heads here, an hour from Brisbane, an hour from Byron Bay, shopping centres, everything, airport 20 minutes away. It's an incredible location. This land had been in the same family since 1888, so in 5 generations. So here's an opportunity. It's been used for grazing and farming all that time, so there's no dwelling on it. It's just an amazing chunk of land with creeks and dams and forest and spring-fed gullies. And we're going to go and have a good little walk, but I just wanted to say welcome and come and check out this stunning property. Lot 23, Syndicate Road, corner of Bowden Close in the gorgeous Tallebudgera Valley. Welcome. This is actually the entrance, which is off Bowden Close. So this is the main drive entrance. And believe it or not, this has got a lot of history. This track going up here is the old Cobb & Co coach track from the 1800s. So there's more history on here, but this is the old Cobb & Co coach track, long before there was ever a road in Syndicate, as such as Syndicate Road. So let's go down and have a look at the creek. True country style, we climb over the fence. So this is gorgeous little Syndicate Creek here, hence the name Syndicate Road. And it meanders through the property, under the causeway on Syndicate Road, goes around, got a beautiful spring-fed dam up in the corner there, another one over the side here, and then it meanders all through the property here. So occasionally this gets a good wash over every few years, which is great, brings down a good alluvial soil for the grass. But the water's lovely and clear. It's permanent water, it's always water here. It has stopped been living out here in this area for 16 years. We've had it stop a couple of times in a few places, you know, so it wasn't totally running, but it's always permanent water. We've got our little ducks cruising along in there. We got wallabies, kangaroos, ducks, and amazing bird life out here. The water's very clear, very healthy. This is one little snippet, so I just want to show you this is a good little grazing area for the animals. Oh, the cattle yards are up on the corner. You might have, I don't know when we've done the intro, but there's cattle yards up on the corner. So just off that old coach road part there, this is what was designated as the building envelope. So it's 3,000 square metres, so we've got 3/4 of an acre here, which encompasses all that you can see, all this cutout area here, even goes down overlooking the dam. That's north facing down there, so you could cantilever big decks out there if you want. There's another dam being built over there as well. There is house plans for a small 2-bedroom house just up in the corner, but he was going to put quite a significant 3-level home on this place originally, the current owner. But this is the area. There's a lot of other great building sites, but this is the one that he chose that he was going to put on it because it's closest to the power. And you'll see when we get up the top some great views as well. Let's go and have a look. Down here you'll get a sense now of the view if you were building around here, what view you've got out right out over the Springwood Plateau, and right out through Tallebudgera Valley. A couple of neighbouring properties have built some very substantial houses here on the 40 acres next door and 33 acres, which was all originally part of this farm. This would be roundabout, if we built at the back of the building envelope, this would be your view out from here. So this was where they've got a little 2-bedroom house designed for just sitting up in this back spot to have this view here. Then cruising back through the building envelope, out to the right that's out over the dams, that's your north, out through that way. So you're going to get your beautiful sunsets off this range over the back here, which is stunning. The building envelope will be bathed in sun pretty much all day every day. On that toilet there, that fence line is the boundary to a neighbouring property, which is a cattle farm. 40 years. Straight ahead where you're looking down there, that fence line This is the boundary of the property, so we're on the right side. Depending on how that picks up on the video, but there's a big rectangular area down there, and that's where old tennis courts used to be. So way back when the cream track was back at Tallebudgera Valley, and the bullocks would come down to the markets in Burleigh with their cream and things, there would be big tennis tournaments happening. People would come and camp for a couple of days. The Chippendales, not the dancing Chippendales, but they were the original farm owners here, landowners, and they were all mad keen tennis players. So this was great big flat areas where they camped at their big tennis tournaments. You can see we've got this is like the fencing for cows or for goats here, and it goes right up through the property here. The actual boundary goes over further to the Tallebudgera Creek Reserve, but this was the easiest place for them to put up a fence. And the kookaburras are saying g'day to us. There we are. This is just crystal clear, beautiful spring-fed water here. You could bottle that. There's some people out here actually sell water from spring water out in Tallebudgera Valley. So it's a good region for beautiful groundwater. Each one goes up through the property, and this water just continually trickling down here all the time. This part wasn't cleared when the farming's been done, so it's just beautiful old subtropical rainforest. It's just a home for basically lovely birds and wildlife. A great place to explore. I've been the kid and gone exploring up through these forest tracks and things several times before, recently and in the past. I just love it here, the old farmer who'd been on the property, showed me all around in the early days, and it's a really beautiful place, to go exploring as a kid here, whatever. Like, to think you're 10 minutes from Burleigh is just quite amazing, really. Like, you'd normally have to be, out Beachmont or, way out in the parks, but we're just so close here. It's just magnificent. This is where the water comes down. There's a pipe up there, you probably won't see it in the video, but it just gravity feeds from here, and he's put it underground into that dam we came past. So it's just getting this beautiful spring water into that dam. And this is one of two gullies like this on the property. So there's two gullies like this on the property. That also the spring here. Start going through this lovely peach pine forest. Great place to be riding horses or little bikes or something around here. Bushwalking. Through this fence, we basically come into the second half of the property now. So it's fenced all the way off there, because that's still Tallebudgera Creek, all down there on the bottom side. Soil here is amazing. Just beautiful, rich red, really loamy, gorgeous soil. If you wanted to grow, you could just have the most incredible farm here for growing fruit trees and vegetables. And there's so much permanent water with the dams and the creeks and the gullies. All these hoop pines all spawned from one tree on this property. There's a little kangaroo there, pick him up. There's the one on the left hand side. And the kangaroos and wallabies up here. So both on that side is the gully and Tallebudgera Creek. And on the right hand side we've got another spring fed gully, another dam down there as well. Another gorgeous spot here, another potential dwelling maybe out north, out through the valley. We don't quite catch into the ocean for surface views here, but it's not far off, it's just down through that valley. All off the left out to the beautiful Springbrook Plateau. Down to the bottom boundary here, which is a neighbouring property. This is the Rainbow Mountain Healing Sanctuary, actually on the straight ahead here. That was purchased from the Chippendale farmers many years ago. Your entrance comes off the Tallebudgera Creek Reserve area, so there's actually a little easement down the bottom here, so there would be potential to bring in another road onto the property from down here if you chose to do so. So you could put a bit of piping in down there, a bit of a causeway, and you could put another entry into the property through here. See what I mean about the soil? It's just really loamy soil, so just magnificent for growing. These sour, these little babies. You've got bush lemons here, but you could just grow so much up here. The neighbouring property over there has been a long-term market garden, so he's got avocados and all sorts of things, huge greenhouses and stuff up there. So that's and they were part of the family of this property, and they still manage it as a market garden farm. A lot of these little trees here in the front have grown up. This was all cleared, you know, right back to the first big row of trees. If I ever feel like watching an incredible sunset in Tallebudgera Valley, there's a little road up behind here, Rainella Road, which comes off Trees Road, and it comes up to a dead end. It's a great little spot to just sit up there and watch an incredible sunset right over this amazing big ridge line. Very special place. Some people might just sit up here, have a little hut up here to come up and have a wine or a beer and watch the sunset. We're going back down from that view spot now, back down through the forest. I was just mentioning that the original farmers, the Chippendales who had this, they've got a quite an amazing history. There was 12 kids in the original family, and they built the Ingleside School out in Tallebudgera Valley. When the farming times got tough, they took to building, and they actually built the first home in Currumbin, the first home in Tugan. They actually founded and set up the Currumbin Surf Club. One of their daughters died down there and that was swept away. So they set up the surf club. There's a monument down there just near the check-in desk at the Currumbin Surf Club. So there you go. We've had a little drive around, a little walk around. There's a lot here, like 53 acres. I was walking someone the other day and they go, wow, 53 acres is a lot of land. Like it's, you know, a normal 1 acre block is a decent sized land. We've got 53 of those here. So you need a plan, you know, a dream. There's so many possibilities for this incredible chunk of land. If you have any interest at all, would love to come and do a walk with me, a drive, experience it for yourself. More than welcome. I love this land. I said, been living out in this region here for 16 years. It's just paradise. So give me a call, 0413 865 323. Ken Jacob, I'd love to see you. Cheers.